I want to introduce you to Natalie Childs, who is with the Agricola Cooperative Farm, which is Papineauville in the Outaouais between Montreal and Gatineau, La Petite Nation. Good morning, Natalie, and welcome to our program.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
Let's just understand, first of all, what your cooperative is. Just tell us a little bit briefly about how it works.
Yeah, so we're a workers' cooperative, which means that the workers on the farm also own the business. And we're an organic vegetable farm. So we grow about 40 different kinds of organic vegetables, a pretty sizable asparagus crop, as well as cut flowers.
And then you sell shares, right? Is that how it works?
Yeah, so we do. We're part of what's called a CSA model, so community-supported agriculture, which means that consumers are able to buy sort of a share in the farm's produce every season. They buy at the beginning of the season, and then all throughout the summer, we bring sort of a selection of what's fresh and in season directly to the consumer.
Okay, fantastic. We're looking at some great pictures of the operation there. So that's how it works. I'm going to do this, Natalie. I'm going to do BT and AT. Before Trump and tariffs, and AT and tariffs, okay? Life before and after. BT, tell us about like business that would be normal, and then what you're seeing AT.
Yeah, so right now we're doing signups for our CSA program. So we are, recruiting the customers who really want to participate with the farm this year. And I think compared to, say, last year, we're seeing about 20% more signups than at this same time last year. It's feeling a little similar to what we saw in the kind of early pandemic time, where I think people were really looking for this connection to local food, partly as a sort of a security measure. The sense of having connection to your farmer really feels like a bit safer in these uncertain times.
It's so interesting. Are people telling you that directly as they sign up, or what is the kind of feedback and response you're getting from people right now?
Yeah, I think a lot of our customers really appreciate kind of knowing that we're there and knowing that all through 2025, no matter what happens in the grocery store, we're going to be showing up with their vegetables to them. So even if the prices skyrocket at the store, they've kind of locked in the prices that they have already. And I think that really offers, again, this kind of sense of security for people, not knowing what's going to happen.
So that's speaking a little bit to the cost of living issues, of course, and price. But are you also hearing, this is a direct response? I want to make sure I'm buying Canadian, buying local, because I don't like what's happening in the U.S. right now?
I think so. I think we're doing one winter market, and we've seen some new faces out there, because I think people are sort of seeking out new avenues, but these places that are near them, because they're really wanting to turn away from the American products. And I think it's, one silver lining might be that it's this chance to discover, local farms and other local small businesses that are, waiting there with open arms to serve their community. For sure. We've talked about that, the opportunity this may present from this crisis situation. But that's incredible. Just think about 20% bump in customers for you. That looks like a bumper year ahead. In that opportunity, I mean, can you keep up with demand? How are you going to address that? I think us, and we're part of a network of other local farms. So I think the idea is really that if we have this local food system where, we're growing vegetables, but our neighbors are growing meat, they're producing bread. And I think for us and lots of other small farms, we're really, ready to supply our local communities. That's what we're kind of here to do and waiting for. So I think an increase in demand would be really welcomed and exciting for people all around us. And in terms of duration, is it a moment or is it a movement? How long do you think this kind of spirit is likely to continue? Well, I think that's what's really hard to say, but I think we have a lot of hope that, when people are coming and discovering these local products, they'll see what's so great about them and want to continue, because I think for a lot of people, there's the community connection, which is really important. At our drop-offs, you're having this moment where you get to see your neighbors, you get to meet new people. There's also this kind of discovery of new products. We're offering things that you can't always find in the grocery store. We're offering really fresh products that haven't traveled these thousands of miles from California or from Mexico. So I think that, there's that initial discovery, but after that, there's so much that your local farms are offering.
And may be seeing in this moment. So to wrap this up, maybe let's have a message from you, a two-pronged message. I'm thinking a message to government, how government could help you seize this opportunity, and then a little bit more in terms of a message to Canadians who are looking for an outlet. On those two fronts, what's your message?
Yeah, so I think that, on the agriculture scale, there's a lot that government can do to help support small farmers and the agriculture industry in general. We've been through a couple of really tough years where I've been seeing a lot of farmers sort of leave the business because they're just not able to keep it going financially. So I think that government-wide support for, agriculture is super important and is going to be even more needed in the next few years. And I think for consumers, it's kind of an exciting opportunity to look for your local farms, look for your local small businesses, seek out those places that are already operating in your area. And try something new. And I think the idea that you don't have to do 100% boycott of American products to really make a difference for your small farmers. So even trying a few new things a week is going to make a big difference for those producers.
That's a really important message. Natalie, so great to meet you. Thank you for the time. I'll let you get back to work because clearly you're going to have a very busy year ahead. Natalie Childs with the Agricola Cooperative Farm. Again, thanks.